Hello, this video is for all of my earth signs. I would like to welcome you all in. Come in, come in. This room is space. How are you? How have you been? I have been great. Thanks for asking. I'm going to do a collective reading for all of my earth signs for the month of March. I'm going to break them up by signs. I'm going to do the Taurus, then Virgo, and then Capricorns, just because that's kind of like the order I've been going in right now. First, I'm going to pull some gemstones for what's the overall energies that you would need to embody or that you will be facing for the month of March. A few housekeeping things before I kind of just get into all the readings. I am planning to do a live on March 2nd at 7 o'clock. I may be early, maybe late. Hopefully the wheels that be will allow this to happen. We are doing the curse of the Crown of the Catskills, and I'm going to try to do a few general readings or a few live readings for people if you all come in and join in, because I definitely need to practice and get better with just reading people on the fly. So definitely come in and let me get that practice in. I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this reading here. Without further ado, I'm going to start shuffling for all of my earth signs here so we can kind of get the overall energy that you all will be facing or need to embody for the month of March. I will also say that I hope you all like, comment, and subscribe so that I can get more details. I really hope to hear from you all more in the comments. So, oop, that was a lot of cards. I just need 3. I need 3 gemstones for each earth sign for the month of March. Can I get 3 cards for each of my earth signs for the month of March? Oh. Okay, let's try this again. I said 3. 3 cards. My earth signs for the month of March. So I'm going to continue with this reading. Sorry if you hear the kiddos in the background crying. He's not able to get his way right now, so he's throwing a tantrum. But anyways, moving forward, we did get the kyanite for the Taurus and the topaz for the Virgos. Okay, let's see here. And get one final card for the Capricorns. For my Capricorns. I'm going to get one final card here. One gemstone here for my Capricorn. Ooh, that kind of just threw out there, but I think you have the pyrite. Of course, Capricorns, you get wealth, success, and protection because that's all you ever do. You're running away from being broke. Topaz, love, passion, and purpose. That is for my Virgos. And then the kyanite is for my Taurus. You have sight, tranquility, meditation. I think a lot of you could use some grounding because even though you're earth sign, a lot of you all can be very high strung, I would say. So I'm just going to do an overall gist of this. Again, it doesn't surprise me that the Capricorns have the 5 of diamonds. Think of them as like the 5 of coins. What does the 5 of coins typically mean? If you're moving on from the 4 of coins, the 5 of coins is usually like reciprocity, kind of paying it forward kind of thing. And then you also have the topaz here for the Virgos. Doesn't surprise me. I feel like this is something the love, passion, and purpose. Once you guys find your passion and you love what your once you guys get a passion for what your purpose is and you are on the right track and it resonates with you in a way and you love it now that you actually are in what you need to be doing, it's a wonderful thing for you all and you excel, especially in partnerships. You guys are, I think of Virgos as like the maidens. I think of you, if you were a goddess, you would be the goddess of hearth and home. So, of course, yes, if you are a partner, you have somebody that you can kind of lean on. Things are magnificent for you all. But let's see if I'm getting right about that, because you do have the Jack of Hearts. And then with the Taurus, you do have the 10 of Spades. And so this can be very detrimental. Think of it as like the 10 of Swords. So, you know, what the 10 of Swords usually mean when you are doing tarot is typically like, you know, a harsh ending. I don't know what else to tell you after that. So we're going to get more into it. I'm going to go starting with the Taurus. I'm going to do a more developed reading. We're going to do the tarot first, and then we're going to pull a couple of oracle cards and then steps or advice on how to move forward through the month of March so you can handle those troubling or lovely energies, how to keep it going. So without further ado, let's get started with the Taurus. I sound like I'm saying tourist, don't it? Like tourist, tourist. English is not my language. All right, all right, all right. Welcome back. I like to call the Taurus our counterparts. And when I mean our, I mean Aries, because although we're the Rams, you all are like the Bulls. It's a lot of feisty energy during the spring. What do you want to say? So I usually count you guys as kind of like our counterparts, because especially if you're an April Aries, you're like right there. Like me, I'm on the cusp there. So I definitely embody a lot of that homely, feisty energy, the, you know, feed me or otherwise I'm gonna bite your head off energy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I sympathize with you, Taurus. I do have a lot of my progress chart in Taurus right now too. So I feel like I can kind of resonate with this reading. But enough about me. Ooh, you do have the Two of Wands here. Duality. Do I choose the food or do I go home? Let me stop messing with you, Taurus. I know y'all tired of hearing that. Can I get more clarity on the energies that the Taurus will be facing for the month of March? Clarity on what the Taurus. And nope, nope. Let's see here. So the underlying energy is the Seven of Swords. What is it with the swordly energy? My God. Mm. Taurus, y'all already making my head hurt. Ugh, just stubborn, just cramp, just cranium. Okay. So if you do not have the Tarot Divine, I'm instantly thinking of between a rock and a hard place when I see the Two of Swords, especially with it being upright. Because the story about this is that she is choosing. I don't know if any of you are into Greek mythology. Charybdis. What is the other one? Charybdis and something. The basically like the whirlpool, and then you have like the um what is that? The Kraken. Kind of like, well, do I go to Charybdis or do I fight the Kraken? What do I want to do? They're both going to be hard. One is going to they're both probably going to end in tragedy, but how do I want to go out of I mean, how do I want to, let me not say that. How do I want things to end? How do I want to eat, face my demise? Do I want to, you know, drown to death by going down into the whirlpool of Charybdis, or do I want to take my chances and fight the Kraken and possibly not have my bones squeezed to death or have my skin suctioned off my body? Um, so you also have the moon card here in the middle. That also speaks a lot to duality. I don't know if you notice, like this is speaking to the sun. It's dark night, and then you still have the night here with the Two of Swords with the moon shining in the background. This brings to me kind of like this makes you think of like good times. This is, do you want to have good times with Apollo or do you want to have good times with Dionysus? Sorry, I'm doing all the Greek mythology here, but that's just kind of like what's coming for me. And then you have, oh, Demeter in the middle. That's kind of like, well, Apollo is supposed to be like my friend, supposed to be my twin, and you're choosing to go party and be with somebody else and make everything about you. Like, what the freak? Um, so this kind of like, I know this sounds so weird. This sounds so weird. Um, But yes, it's definitely some tough decisions ahead, and I think it's saying that you cannot make the right choice right now because you are not adequately seeing things the way that you should. And so, if you were to choose right now, you're going to be going down bad. You also do have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords in here always makes me think of like, are you the predator or are you the prey? Are you sure you are adequately equipped to do this battle? Are you sure you know everything that you need to know in order to face this person or to combat this hurdle, this journey, this mountain that you have to overcome, to climb this mountain? Are you sure you know? Are you experienced enough to track through this? Um, it also can speak to thievery as well. It can speak to like, again, going back to this, like Apollo, you're supposed to be my twin, and yet you making shit about yourself and wandering off in the wilderness with God knows who. Um, so it could be kind of like a signal for help. I don't know if you see kind of like the smoke here rising up in the background, kind of like, oh, I need a signal for help. Like something is feeling taken away or stolen from me. You do have, I have to go back to this, you on the kyanite, it does say sight. There is something that you are not seeing that has not unearthed itself yet. And I think you need to be tranquil in this moment and think about it, or wait for certain things to unveil and happen before you can move forward and adequately choose. So let's see here. Sorry. Why is the moon card here? Can I get more clarity on the moon card? Why is the moon card here? Did one flip over or am I tripping? I be shuffling so fast. Okay. Why is this moon card here? Can I get more clarity on why this moon card is here? Okay, this moon card is here. Why is this moon card here? For my Taurus for the month of March. Why is this moon card here? Okay, now this did flip over. I was not imagining it. So you have two cards. And I will say that this Four of Swords did flip over earlier. But I didn't think it was supposed to come out. You have the Four of Swords and then you have the Knight of Cups. I mean, sorry, Knight. I meant King. You have the King of Cups. So the story for this one with the Four of Swords, if I'm correct, is dealing with is that Loki's son? I forget that wolf name. Fenrir? I think that sounds right. Fenrir. Who was binded, trapped by who? Not Thor, his father, Odin, because of course Odin heard that Fenrir was going to be his demise. In the midst of him trying to prevent his, in order for, in his endeavor to end Ragnarok, to prevent Fenrir from killing him, he pretty much made it a self-fulfilling prophecy by making Fenrir hate him and by binding him and by bringing him closer, and kind of like testing the limits about, are you going to do it or not? And that's kind of like the overall energy it feels for me with you all, Taurus. To me, it feels like you and your excuse me, my voice cracked, and your quest to try to prevent some kind of sort of outcome or something from coming to fruition, you are making it a self-fulfilling prophecy by doing the exact thing that you're doing and trying to not make it happen. This feels real up there, out there, and I did start going deep because I started with the whole divine prophesying but let's see here. Can I get more clarity on why is this Two of Wands here? I think either way, it's probably just going to be a tough decision. Do you choose to move forward with brute force, or do you choose to move forward with knowledge and acceptance? That was something that came up. Sorry. Do you choose to really unlock the way, or do you choose to just break the lock? Okay, I feel like that wanted to come out. What are you? Oh, that explains why this is up above and beyond my head. Spiritual journey. There's something you're being called to do on this, on a spiritual aspect that you are not doing. That's why this is reading so like biblical and divine, like God's kind of thing. There's a spiritual journey being called of you, and there's a choice that you have to make. I don't know if this is something dealing with kind of like should you practice a certain thing or not, or if you have been getting synchronic, is that a word, synchronic messages that you just kind of like are ignoring. Have you been having weird dreams about maybe like an ancestor or a loved one coming to you, and you've been trying to ignore it, you haven't been wanting to address it? um that's kind of like what that is. One second, because I have butterfingers over here and I'm just dropping everything, because of course it wouldn't be me if I wasn't doing that. But why is this two of swords here? Like it. So you got forest bathing and forest tears. And I want to say, was that, oh, that was Aries. We got it. But the forest bathing was in reverse. So for you, it's like it's telling you you need a moment to kind of like, maybe you already are doing this. Hold on. Okay. I'm back. So I feel like this is something it's telling you that you need to do it. Um Whereas with the Aries, it was saying that we weren't doing it because it was blocked energy. I think this is calling you to do it. So with the forest bathing, again, going back, I'm thinking of that Japanese tradition or cultural practice where they literally take time and go outside and be like, go touch some grass. Like literally go out in nature, explore, be one, take a minute, breathe, meditate. You did get the kyanite meditation, tranquility. You need that quiet moment. You need to be introspective. You need that time to yourself to actually divulge and clear out those things. You have forest tears, some things that have to be cleared away. You're being called to kind of look inside. What is holding you back? What is not allowing you to move forward? I'm gonna get this book, Forest Tears, number 11, because I just want to read up on that. Because you have Forest Tears and Forest Bathing. So, Forest Tears, when this card comes up in a reading, it's a reminder that although we all grieve and heal in different ways, we must grieve before that healing process can truly begin. But I say, is there a loss you have experienced that still needs mourning? Have you been avoiding the grieving process? So, is this about you losing someone recently? Or is this about you about to lose someone and you're kind of like not wanting to face the facts? You're grieving here and you aren't taking the time that you need to actually just sit down. Others may expect you to heal in a time frame that they determine to be healthy or appropriate. You might have been told to move on, or that the way to move on is to bury your emotion. Or perhaps others have made you feel as though you've moved on too quickly, that you don't take your situation seriously enough, and now you feel pressure to stay in a healing space longer than you feel is necessary. I do not feel like that is the case. I think this is the former, where you are not taking the time to actually heal and be one with yourself. Um, Another's experience is not a measure of your own, and you can heal as quickly or as slow as you like. Your pace, whatever that might be, is exactly what you need. I feel like it's kind of reversal. I feel like if anything, people are telling you that you need to get back to work. One way to heal is to, move on, move forward, just work to stay busy. And maybe that's not the way that you can heal right now, Taurus. Like that's worked long enough. You tried it, it's not working. You need to take a minute and kind of like cry. Go cry. Go sit with yourself. It's okay to be alone. I can't help but notice that you do have a King of Cups here. I gotta ring this bell here. I can't help but notice that you do have a King of Cups here. And I wonder if you have some kind of water sign that's in your vicinity. And I can't help but think that maybe they're an emotional manipulator. And maybe they're making you feel weird or crazy, or that it's unacceptable if you were to mourn. That's just what's coming to me. I don't know who that's for, but that's what I got. No, wait, hold on. Underneath, you do have warrior woman in the upright. This is what the Aries got in the opposite. We got it in reverse. So where it was telling us to put down our shields, put down our swords, stop firing off the arrows, you is saying like, what do you need to do to work this energy out? Maybe you do need to take up arms. There's somebody around you that's not allowing you to do it. Maybe it's somebody around you that's not allowing you to feel safe, and you probably need to like tell them to shut the fuck up so you can go cry in a corner or something. Like, it's okay. Be an emotional patty. Um, let's see here. Can I get the clarity on this King of Cups energy? Can I get the clarity on this King of Cups? Ooh, the way that popped up. Medicine woman. It did come up in reverse. This person is not a medicine woman. This person is not the medicine you need. Soul lost under the bottom. This is so funny how a lot of this is mirroring what the Aries received. So I don't know, maybe you were pulled to the Aries pile if you seen that video, if you went to that, because most of these cards, the Soul Lost, the Forest Bathing, the Warrior Woman, were some of the exact same cards that the Aries had during their reading. It to me, it's like you are not grieving. You are not grieving. Whatever it is, whatever is going on, you're not grieving. You're not letting it out. You're not releasing. Let's see here again. Medicine woman. Let's read number 17. So medicine woman reads, the medicine woman has initiated you into a sacred space of healing. She's trying to usher you in. Whoever this person is calling out to you is trying to usher you in. You're not listening. Though powerful, magical, and deserving of respect, a medicine woman is merely a facilitator of Mother Earth's magic. She looks to nature, communing with plants, animals, crystals, and all Earth's sacred tools to observe subtle messages to guide her hands and her work. Remember earlier when I was saying synchronicities? You probably had some kind of spiritual guide or somebody on your spiritual team that's telling you, that was like sending you messages like, 1111, or trying to communicate with you in your dreams, and you just were not hearing it. You were shutting yourself off, and you weren't listening. That's literally what this is bringing forth. This is what is bringing to mind for me. So moving on. So she says, these little messages let her know she's on the right path and profound healing is close by. Interpreting the patterns and synchronicities. Look at that. Patterns and synchronicities in this messages is into medicine for the mind, body, and soul is the medicine woman's calling. You too have the gifts of a medicine woman, and you have called this card to you to unlock your ability to heal yourself and eventually others. I'm gonna read that again because we in a pulpit. You too have the gifts of a medicine woman because y'all not hearing me. So let me stop. You too have the gifts of a medicine woman, and you have called this card to you to unlock your ability to heal yourself and eventually others. Your life experiences have provided you with the lessons needed to live your life with purpose, meaning, and vitality. Come on, someone, because I don't think they're hearing me. I don't think they're hearing me. Each hardship you overcome and achievement you reach are shaping you into the powerful healer you are destined to become. Moving on. You are destined to become. Reflect upon your experiences and seek the patterns that will reveal your strength and potential growth. Well, my God, my God. Do I need to say anything more? Yes, I do. Venus, love, beauty, harmony, romance, charming, receiving, sensuality, luxury, wealth, diplomacy, magnetism, value, pleasure, adornment, adoration, attraction, indulgent, taste, style. I think this was the underlying influence with the Aries. We are mirroring each other right now, Taurus. Taurus and Aries are mirroring each other. So maybe you probably are going to resonate with some of some of the cards, the message in the Aries pile as well. So I will go back and check that out. Cancer. Yeah. Cancers are all about emotion. It's telling you, tap into your emotions. Stop trying to ignore that shit. Like, you're human. Cry. Like, cry. Like, be a crybaby. Be intuitive. Be moody. Be defensive. Be offensive. Be whatever you want to be. And people are just going to have to be okay with it. Because if they love you and they know this was probably coming. It was a long time coming. It's probably needed. They understand. Obviously, you are dealing with some extreme loss or disappointment, or let's just say severing. Like, it's understandable. Wait, is this about a child? You didn't lose a child, did you? I feel like this is about... I'm sorry I put that out there. I'm sorry. If this is dealing with a future thing, I'm so sorry in advance. I did not mean to trigger anybody. If you're pregnant, click off now. Because I did not mean to trigger anybody. Can I get one more card, one more clarity card for my Taurus? I literally got one and it's in reverse. My God. You have the sun. I just want to know that you have the doula here. You have Venus, we usually deal with reproduction. You have the forest bathing. They have the eggs in the basket. Didn't I see something else with kids, or was I just imagining it? Okay. Well, yeah. I'm just going to bring that up. I do want you to know that there is an egg in the sun as well. It looks like the sun is working as the yolk. Again, I hope this is not triggering anybody or re-triggering somebody. I don't know if you lost a child, but that seems to keep coming up here. But you definitely... whatever the situation may be, Taurus, you are definitely dealing with some extreme loss here. Some on whatever level it may be. The sun reads being. So I think this, for me, I think of Leos, and I think of how they are all about... they're not all about self, but they definitely are about self and self-expression. They are about, me being first. I am going to put me first. But it also reads essence, energy, self-awareness, life force, spirit, creativity, honor, masculinity, distinction, childishness, ego, individuality, solitude, expression, self-sufficiency, shine, heartbeat, and father. So I don't know if some of you have lost a mother. That's why the Cancer card is here. I don't know if some of you have lost a father. I don't know if some of you have lost a child or a grandmother or a significant other, or what the case may be. But your underlying card here is conjunction empowerment, and it's in the reverse. So to me, it's saying like being emotional can also be a sense of empowerment as well. You don't always have to kind of like power through things or just kind of like keep overriding your emotions in order to get things done. Like, once you are able to, do all the proper steps that you need to honor this person, this loss, it's time to kind of like focus on you and do what you need to do. And with that, I am going to see what steps, and we get some guidance for the Taurus on how they can move forward through the month of March. Through this loss. How can the Taurus handle this loss Let me get some guidance on how this Taurus can handle and deal with this loss, this emotional cleansing that they need, this spiritual healing that they need. Ooh. I do want to flip this over because this is kind of like stuck there. You do have the astral house. You do have the astral house of wealth. You do have the cobweb, protection from negative forces beyond your control. And you also have the tower, solid foundation, success with effort. I'm going to reshuffle these because that was just so... Oh, God, look at what's stuck. Casket. Okay, I'm going to stop there. You know what? I'm lying. The underlying thing is bear, danger, especially in money matters. I don't know if this is a death that is... has cost you in more ways than once, not more in more ways than one. Dealing with just not the emotional bankruptcy and the probably the physical bankruptcy of kind of like being thrown out of kind of like your homeliness, your the moment that you were in. But I think it's also have disrupted some things financially with you as well. This has definitely been a blow. It's a lot of loss. This speaks to a lot of loss. But I think things can work out for the best if you get yourself, take some time for yourself, if and when possible, as soon as possible. Um, Condolences if there is a loss. You know, my thoughts and prayers go out to you and your loved ones and your family. I do hope that you can get through this healing process. I definitely know the struggle of like dealing with someone that's been your rock, both financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I know what that's like to lose somebody that's that um integral in your life, that has played such a big milestone, that has been so detrimental for you. um I do wish you the best. I do wish you love and light and hope, and I hope you can get through this. And you know, if need be, if any care, if you need a tribe, I'm here. Definitely been there before. Probably won't give you all the best advice because you know we all move through things differently. We all heal differently, but yes, I wish you the best, Taurus. Sorry, this got set a bad ending. I seen the ten of clubs. I mean of spades. I should have known. But yes. Sorry to end this on such a bad note. Yes, I definitely wish you the best, and I hope you can get through this and heal and know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And with that, I am going to move forward with the Virgos. Okay, so I had to take a break really quick because I had to charge the camera. So let's get back into this. So sorry about that. If the camera is in a different angle or anything, you probably really won't notice. But I had to take a break really quick because I had to charge the camera. Um, and so I'm getting into it now with you, Virgos. We're going to get into the overall energy that you all have for the month of March. Um, we're going to go over some clarity for it to make sure the messaging is correct. And then we're going to get some um, and then we're going to get some advice on how to handle the energies that you'll be dealing with during the month of March. But before I get into your reading, I do want to remind you all that I will be going live on March 2nd at 7 o'clock. I will be going over the curse of the crown of the cat skills. If you're interested, I would definitely want you to come by. If you are interested in doing a personal reading, I would like to try to get a few of you. Because again, as I've said before at the beginning of this video, I really need to get better with just reading people on the fly. So I would definitely love to get that practice in. So if you're interested, if you want to have a good time, if you would like to stop by, or if you're just simply interested in the curse of the crown of the cat skills, please come in, visit, and let's get into it. So with that out of the way, we're going to get into it, Virgos. What is the overall energies? Oh, these are all three cards because that was teetering on the top. I couldn't really even get it out. So I feel like this is how it feel. And I know I shuffled this deck and this Four of Swords keep popping up. The Taurus had the Four of Swords too. So and then the King of Coins. Okay, I need a bit more clarity. That was an accident. That was on me. Sorry. The Moon. The King of Coins and the Moon. You also kind of like have some moon energy here. I don't, or maybe is that supposed to be the sun? Because you have the moon here, and then you also have the King of Coins. I keep wanting to think this is the King of Cups, and it's not. There's a lot of like dark or moonlit background here. Something is definitely changing here. You're definitely being called to change something quickly. Okay, what is this? Abundance. Abundance has come up quite a bit in for the month of March for a couple of you signs. Some kind of action is not being taken, and you need to make the change. You need to take the action. Okay, what's coming in quickly here for? Funny enough, you have balance, and you do so. This reads balancing or putting two together, your passions and your. Think of it as wands meets cup. There's a balance, a call here to like I think there's an abundance of one energy over the other. So Virgos, what this reads to me is that you are completely and absolutely in your head about something. You are trying to how to explain it. It's like you're trying to think your way out of your emotion or this entrapment that you're in, and that's just not going to work. Like you're either going to act on it, or are you going to cry about it? I don't think it's not like something you can just work your way out of or think your way out of or analyze your way out of. This is something you actually are going to you're being called to take action to do. That's whatever this decision, this moment of indecision that you're going through, you can't like analyze your way out of it. You have to do something. I'm gonna do opposite with you all. Okay. What will help the Virgos get through this? And I definitely think it's something to do with your purpose. I think you're I think you're struggling on deciding what to do next, whether it's like with your life overall, or if it's with your work, if it's with being in a relationship, if it's with do I spend that money on so and so? Do I go on that trip or do I not? Do I celebrate myself or not? Should I do anything for my birthday or not? I think it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just kind of like, I feel like is something dealing with your life's purpose, and you're trying to think it through. And sometimes stuff like that, you can't again analyze your way out of it. Is something that it calls from the heart. Like some things call for your heart to deal with. You did have two cards here. Beware of great pride. And then you also have pen. Didn't I say it's something dealing with a new job or something? You have pen, new job, new career. The underlying energy here is ant, work, achievement, success. I think you are not in love with what you're doing right now. And again, you are trying to figure out, what are you passionate about? What gives you that sense of like fulfillment? What makes you feel whole? What makes you feel passionate? What makes you feel love again? What do you want to fall in love with? I think you right now, it kind of gives me, you are oh God, being empath is it empathetic, apathy, yeah, sorry, apathy. Right now this is kind of giving me like four of cups, four of cups energy, just apathy. Like I'm not interested in anything, I don't feel happy about anything, I'm feeling depressive, I hate it here, I don't like anything I'm doing. You do have a lot of sun energy here, even with the topaz. I think of it as like a sun, a warm gem. It's bring light into your life. What makes you feel happy? You see here on the rise, this woman is broken and you know fueled up, but she's not whole. She is not balanced. She is not bringing everything in that she needs to be. And so for me, Virgos, this kind of feels like you are kind of going through a depressive moment, or a low manic moment, and because of whatever influences is going on with you right now, you are struggling on deciding on how to move forward. Okay, and what is this here? We also have a two-faced friend that could deal with the balance here. That could be two-faced, the duality. What didn't I mention something about the sun earlier? Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. What more do I need to say? It's right there. So with that, let's see, Virgos. Hold on, let's see here. What was the underlying energy? Someone is behaving stupidly. I think it's you. Inner healer. You are your inner healer. What are you going to do to make this better? Seven of Wands. This is dealing with defensiveness, working on something, making sure you kind of like get out there and do what you have to do. It also speaks to kind of like that underdog energy as well. I think you feel like you are not where you want to be, or where you should be, or where you can be in life. And so it's kind of giving you this mentality of victimhood, I feel like. And it's like, no, you're not a victim. You you are not a victim. You are definitely somebody who have power and control over who and what you want to be. You are the driver of your destiny. You forget that you signed a spiritual contract before you even got here on this earth about what you want to do and who you wanted to be in life. Right now it feels like you're not in alignment with it, and you need to get back on track. That's what it seems like to me. I don't think this two-faced friend is so much as like someone else. I think that two-faced friend is you. You are not you're being two-faced to your own self, if that makes sense. Like, you are not being real with your own self. I think you are essentially steering yourself in the wrong direction. And with that, Virgos, let's see. Okay, let's see here. Sorry, I was just sitting up here playing with the cards, shuffling, and something popped out. So I want to make sure I have them all. None fail. Okay. So can we get some guidance, some advice on how the Virgo should move forward in the month of March? Oh, here we go. Here we go with the moon again. Cancer, doula. Again, the doula speaks to feelings, your sympathy, comforting, balance, defensiveness. It could speak to your family orientation. It could deal with something like maybe you don't feel like you have the family you wish you had or you wanted or you were trying to build at the time, and that's just making you feel apathy. You're feeling moody right now, which is totally understandable. I also think when I think of the moon and it's in reverse like this, again, it thinks of like your emotions toss and turn with the cycles of the moon. It could speak to, again, depression. I feel like Virgos, I don't know what it is. I feel like Virgos are often, and let me know if I'm wrong or right. I feel like Virgos often combat depression or dark thoughts. Am I wrong? I feel like even I've had Virgos I don't even know that will tell me like, oh, I dealt with um uh depression. I dealt with anxiety, like crippling anxiety, or I dealt with I should I even say that? Let me say I've dealt with slip and slide thoughts. And so they are kind of like just struggling with how to handle that. They have a lot of like, I don't know. I feel like Virgos, you all typically battle that, don't you? Okay. What advice do we have for the Virgos moving forward in the month of March? What advice can we give the Virgos moving forward in the month of March? I think you need to find some comfort for the month of March, Virgos. Yep, and look at that. You got the 11th house, the edge that deals with like um your community, your friends. I think you need to reach out to people. These are actions that you can take. Experiment a little bit. Think about your future. Where do you want to be? Are you happy with what you are? Rebel. And to me, again, this speaks to like rebel against yourself. Um, find your tribe. Feel hopeful again. Find hope again in your life, Virgos. And can we get one more advice card for the Virgos? Well, they decided to give you two. Look at this. You got the moon coming up again, dealing with feelings in the upright this time. It's saying tap into your instinct. What's your gut reactions? Something dealing with your family, people, because you've gotten this a little bit of something dealing with your tribe. Maybe you need to lean into them, or maybe that's where the discourse is coming from. Whatever it is, I think you need to figure it out. I think you know better than anyone else here why those emotions are coming up, why you're feeling that way, what's the cause of them, and what's going to be the solution. Whether it's the family that is the cause and the solution, it's the cause and the cure, or it's, the friends and stuff who's going to help you get away from the bad thoughts and things like that you're dealing with in your home life. It's definitely saying that it's saying self-soothing is dealing with mother, your emotions, your habits, femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment. But then you also have the second house, which deals with assets. Didn't I just say earlier? I feel like you feel like you're not where you want to be or where you should be in your life. And then you have the assets card come up, and this literally deals with like your material world, your earthly materials. It deals with possession, finance, talent, value, solidity, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score, security, aesthetics. So to me, it feels like you are not feeling secure in where you are in your life. Maybe you are struggling financially, or maybe you are financially well off, but you're starting to see maybe there's some change coming for you in the future, because again, you're not feeling happy at your job, and it maybe is starting to show or impact your work ethic. I think this could also be a thing of just kind of like maybe, and it's no shade at all, because we've all been there, especially in the world that we live in now, where a lot of it is so materialistically driven, and so much of what is that of and capitalism is so widespread in on our world. A lot of a lot of how you value yourself, or how you see value in other people, is tied to their bank account, or you know, what is their job occupation. Like I feel like you judge other people on that because you judge yourself on that, Virgos. And I think it may be a lesson here is being asked of you to stop judging or having some preconceived notion of people just because of their occupation or how much they make. Because and stop doing that to yourself, because you're judging because of how harsh you judge yourself on how much you make, or where you are in life, or you know, your job occupation, and you're not happy about it, and blah blah blah, because you have been taught that, or you judge people on that. I think judge yourself on that. You are in turn judging other people in the same way, about like, oh well, it seems like, you know, oh, you're a zookeeper and you only make like $15 an hour, you must not be that important. How special can you be with trying to help save these endangered animals if you're not even getting paid that much? And it's like, we all know that's not how capitalism works, so stop. So yeah, and you do have opposition here, balance, which relates to things that you need to confront, things you need to manifest, things you need to make conscious. I doubt discipline is the thing with you all, because Virgos can be very disciplined. Tests, objectifies, and calls out. So yeah, this is kind of like opposite of what the Pisces had. I think they had the opposition in reverse, which is funny to me, because I typically say Virgos and Pisces, you two will find each other in a crowded room full of everyone, and you will still seek each other out and find each other. I don't know, something about Pisces and Virgos, y'all just balance each other out, and y'all kind of make some of the most interesting couples I've seen. Like kind of like Taurus and Scorpios, they're gonna find each other in a crowded room. So yes, with that, Virgos, I do wish you luck. I do hope you find value in other things in your life outside of work or your finances and things like that. I hope you find value in how you truly feel. I hope you find value in your community. I know y'all do like to be hermits, but I think it's telling you like, okay, I think we're getting into this new era, and I don't think it's just with you. I think with the world at large. If you believe in astrology, I think right now we're just getting into a new position in life where things are going to be more community driven. We're thinking about each other. Things you just won't be able to go it alone. So maybe you also resonated with the Aries pile as well, because this was essentially some of the same messaging, kind of like what they got of like not trying to go it alone. So maybe it was a message in there for you as well that you can also listen to and possibly get a bit more advice or insight into how to handle the energies that's going around for you all during the month of March. And with that, Virgos, again, I wish you well. But in the meantime, I would like you to like, comment, and subscribe so you can get that notification for when I go live on March 7th. In the meantime, I'm going to move on to the Capricorns. Hello, my Capricorns. My little, what are y'all, seagulls? I think it's seagulls. Don't beat me if I am wrong. Okay. Anyways, come in, crowd in. Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thanks for asking. So I am going to do a general reading for I'm going to be doing a general reading for my fellow Capricornians here, the Capricorns, and see kind of like what's the overall energies you all will be having to manifest, or what you will be having trouble with or having to deal with for the month of March. And then we're going to get into kind of like some clarity, and then I'm going to move forward with some kind of like advice or guiding steps to help you kind of rework those energies or help, lighten the low if it's something that's pretty heavy. Um, I mean, of course, Capricorns, you get the diamonds. You have the five of diamonds. It's dealing with wealth and money. You all are always thinking about um, kind of like you're always thinking of your material possessions, your earthly possessions. You are always thinking about your family and things like that. You're always talking about you guys will run away from poverty. Seriously, like that's just broke. That is not part of a Capricorn's look. So yes, makes sense why y'all have the devil card on it. You guys just fight that energy. But let's see here. You have the Knight of Swords, so rushing into something here very quick. It's funny, this is kind of like starting off kind of like how the Virgos did. They had the Eight of Wands, and you have the Knight of Swords. Both of those both bring like urgency, quick energy, kind of like leap before you look, kind of thing. More about the energies, the Capricorns. Dealing with March. Okay, and this week on over, what I say? Dealing with family. Something about family is not to your liking. You all are always talking about family, very family oriented. And then you also got the Ace of Coins and the Fool. Can I get more clarity on why this Fool card is here? Two of Coins, of course, more coins for you all. And I will know that she does have two children here. One may not be, one may not be her biological child or look like they're her biological child, but it's still a child that she has taken in nonetheless and sheltered and cared for. You do have the Ten of Cups here of kind of like feeling envious, maybe something you wanted. That's kind of like what is bringing me. With the Knight of Swords. Okay, let's see here. All right, Knight of Swords. Why are you here for the Capricorn for the month of March? I know when I say this, I have a friend who watches my videos, and she's going to say that I'm reading her in this. But this definitely feels like some baby fever type stuff. Like, why is my family not the way I want it to be? Why is it not what it should be? Why do I not have my 15th child that I wanted by now? Let's see here. Offerings in regards to family. Is this dealing maybe with a ancestor? When I think of offerings and you're doing something with family, that's the only thing I could think of. Legacy, tradition, lineage, roots, your ancestry. Do you have somebody in your family that is what they call it? Not windfall child. Um it starts with an H, I think. No, it starts with an I. Sorry, I was thinking of inheritance. Yes. Are you getting an inheritance from someone in your family? Maybe you're getting it in a way you don't want. Ten of Cups here. Why is this Ten of Cups here for my Capricorn for the month of March? Why is this Ten of Cups here for my Capricorn for the month of March? Am I not supposed to know? Is that why I'm not getting cards? Oh, here we go. Sacred Temple and Thunderstorm. Yeah, so to me it brings forth that God, Come on. Can my earth signs catch a break? Yeah, it just seems like an inheritance is coming. I'm just gonna say that. Ugh. Hold on. Again. So you know what they say about March winds? What is the underlying energy here? Spirit of the West. Mm. You know what Spirit of the West deals with? That deals with water, that deals with cleansing. Sorry, things coming in and out. Your emotional. You also do have the offerings here, so maybe it's telling you like again, there's something that you're going to have to give in order to receive here, kind of like that cyclical thing. You do have the spiritual journey in reverse. You have the sacred temple offerings in the thunderstorm. To me, this reads like inheritance. I'm gonna say that I don't know who it could be for you, but it reads like inheritance. Let's see if we get some more clarity here with the tea leaves. Somebody you love deeply, or that love you deeply, maybe. It's definitely a strong connection there. Some kind of yeah, she definitely gonna think I'm reading this about her. A goal oriented person, a wish being granted. Somebody dealing with like heart issues. I think this is just describing the person. I don't know what this is. A wish being granted. I doubt anybody would wish for somebody to pass away in order for them to get money. Look, I don't know your life. I'm sorry. You know, that if it's somebody you don't like, you know, that's your business. Just know karma is a mother. But it kind of feels like to me like something that you've always wanted is gonna come true, is gonna happen because of this person's passing. Ooh, you have February. Why would February be there? Oh my God. Taurus had this too. You will be shown the way. I just want you, I'm just going to put this together. Um, who is that who has a belief that that our life force is a candle and that light, once that life force is snuffed out? Look at February. I'm going to put these side by side for you on the camera up close. Look at February blowing out the candle. Target. It to me it reads like not goal oriented person, but it's like a guy who I needed. I hope you ain't been doing no darkness over there. Up, and then you have older man, dealings or relationship with the older man. Okay, so friend, when you watch this, because you know who you are, I swear I was not thinking of you when I was reading this. I think you're gonna know what this is about, and I just want you to know this is just what came through. I cannot pick these cards if I wanted to. Yeah. Hopefully this isn't true for you. So what is some advice or guiding steps you want to provide the Capricorns for the month of March? I guess providing steps or advice for the Capricorns for the month of March. Let me get some. We do have trine here, flow in the reverse, which deals with harmonizes, aids, enriches, benefits, energizes, enjoys, eases, lubricates, gives, rhymes, supports, indulges. So, some things that you can't indulge in. You also have Mars in the reverse, which deals with desire, impulses, courage, force, heat, strength, competition, workouts, excitement, thirst, impatience, anger, leadership, engine, potency, willpower, motor, sex, and drive. Um, why would these be your advice cards? Okay, I'm not understanding. Can we get another clarity card on what advice the Capricorn should? And then you have fifth house, passion, performance, entertainment, creativity, costume, play, love affairs, passion, pleasure, parties, children. Now this fifth house makes sense because I definitely think some children is involved in this. Some descendants or things like that. Um, can I get one clarifying card on this? Okay, I feel like I'm getting another message coming through here. For advice. You got the sixth house to deal with crafts, which is your purification, work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contribution, organization, apprenticeship, and method. Um, Capricorns, how are you still thinking about work or business and things like that during the time? I mean, I get it. Even when a loved one leaves, the world stops for no one. So you still have to carry on because them bills are still going to be due. But to me, this seems like you're focusing on work or something like that right now, where you need to be focused on mm, enjoying the ride. Enjoying the ride. That's kind of like that seems like what the advice is saying here. Advice is saying. Interesting. Only you Capricorns. I was like, this couldn't be what I was getting, but it was. Venus, love. You have beauty, harmony, romance, charm, receiving, sensuality. And that even came up in reverse for you all. So it seems like you're not enjoying the ride. You're not enjoying what's right in front of you. You're not enjoying what's going on. You're not living in the moment. You're not living in your body. And when this change occurs, I think you're gonna find yourself being hit in a way that you probably never expected. I think you're probably not gonna like the way a certain thing comes to you as well. Whatever this wish is, this this idea or business that's trying to formulate that has been kind of like percolating in the background. I don't think you're gonna like the way that it arrives to you, and I think you're gonna have trouble and how to handle it or how to deal with it. I think you're gonna feel conflicted about it or something. Um, maybe some things are gonna, some truths are gonna come up that you're gonna struggle with, and I think you're not gonna like that feeling or like the position it's gonna put you in. Yeah, I don't know why this. I'm really trying to understand, why is this flow here? Why is this trine of flow doing here for the Capricorns? Why is trine for flow doing here? Trine for the Capricorns. So you got a few things here. Successfully overcoming a problem. Dolphin, financial. You keep getting finances. God dang, Capricorns. I wish I had y'all golden touch. Financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So maybe that's probably where the unexpectancy is coming from. Vase, secret admirer, and then you have victory in some endeavor. So that's pretty interesting. I think it's just telling you, stop chasing stuff and just enjoy the ride. Like what's about to come to you, however it's about to come to you, whether you like it or not, it's meant for you. It has your name on it. Just chill, enjoy it. Granted, maybe it's coming from a person, a place that you probably never expected or you probably don't like or enjoy. But I think it's going to help open up some doors for you that you never thought would happen. And I think you're going to have to kind of sit there and deal with those conflicting feelings, those conflicting thoughts, and keep it moving. And I'm sure it's not hard for you all, because for you all, is what's the better choice? Being broke or potentially making more money than I thought I probably wouldn't have had. Like, I need to make this money. Because again, you're always thinking about your lineage. You're thinking about your wealth, your material um objectives and things like that. Yeah. So maybe that's the two things here. Maybe one is trying to kind of trying to tell some of you Capricorns that maybe you need to make up and be close to somebody that's in your life right now that maybe you haven't always been close with, or maybe it's telling you to kind of like open your heart a little bit because you've been kind of closed off and not seeing things from another perspective and so forth. um Before things hit the fan. But I think it's also another part of this for some of you is telling you like, hey, um you need to chill. Stop chasing the dollar. The dollar is coming to you. Like, you don't have to work this hard for it. Like, it's coming to you because you've been doing the damn thing. Like, it's okay. Be chill. Just reap the benefits. Just rake it in. Um, so yeah, with that Capricorns, it's, I mean, overall, it kind of sounds nice. I just think it's gonna be, again, it definitely feels like conflict is arising in this somewhere. Oh, it feels like conflict is arising in this somewhere. But hopefully it's not what I think it is or what I'm picking up on. Hopefully it's, this is one time I'm like, I hope I'm wrong. I mean, besides when I just did the Taurus, I was definitely hope I was wrong on that. At least a portion of that. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Like if you like this video, and subscribe so you can get a notification for when I go live on March 2nd. And with that, I'm going to move forward with the last but not least, the air signs, which is your Aquarius, your Geminis, and oh god, I'm forgetting that other one. Aquarius, Geminis, and Libras. I forget Libras. I don't know why. I always mix up Libras and want to say they earth signs, and most people want to call Aquarius water signs, even though they're not. But anyways, moving forward,